In October of 51, the 1st Cav, my division, was on the left flank of I Corps. And the parallel, as you know, runs straight across. Well, it dipped down around Pamela and John on the west flank, western flank. And our mission was to push that enemy up to bring our forces, and our negotiators, if you will, in a better position to negotiate the 38th parallel. Our line of departure, which in the infantry is just an imaginary line where you coordinate all your fires before you jump off in the attack. It was the 5th of October, 1951. And we found out very quickly that our line of departure was the Chinese main line of resistance. And they'd been there for a year and a half. They've dug in the tunnels and so forth. And our battalion fought for this one hill for 23 days. And we never could get to the top of it. We lost most of the battalion, either dead or wounded. And I was in the rear, ready to come home, I thought. So I asked my battalion commander if I could take a shot and go back up there. I was a company executive officer, and my job was to keep pushing ammunition, food, water up to the frontline troops. And I got up there and I just got lucky. I knocked out a couple of bunkers. I found a Korean grave around the side of this hill. It's a mound above. As you know, the Koreans bury their people sitting up. It's a mound. And I grabbed a machine gun. I reconnoitered it first, and I saw a line of trenches for 200 yards. And it was just busy as flies in there. North Korean, Chinese. And I slipped that machine gun up on top of this grave. I wasn't a brave guy, but I kind of hid behind that mound, and I zeroed them in, and that broke their back. And our guys were kind of demoralized because they'd been fighting for 23 days, and it was hard to generate any enthusiasm. And I had a sergeant, a black sergeant from Columbus, Ohio, Staff Sergeant Foster. And he kept throwing grenades to me. And I started down the trench and getting sick, lame, and lazy that I hadn't gotten the first time. And finally, we got 3 or 4 more guys because they was running back over the hill. They were free to shoot. I'm proud of that for this reason. We had lost so many people. A battalion is up to strength normally is around 750 people. And we were down to about 35 men in that battalion. And we stayed up there. I started about noon one day, and at 1 o'clock in the morning the next day, we were relieved because we'd secured the hill. And that was about the size of it. I was happy as hell. And our battalion 3, a Major Tom Gibney, was up on top of the hill in a bunker. And they were just like that. We was in grenade range for all that time. I was happy, number one, to see that we got it, we secured it, we got relieved, and we could bring down from that hill our wounded, our dead, and our living. And I was elated, and I'm sure our guys were too, because understand they'd been at it 23 days. It was a key piece of terrain on the Emgen River that overlooked the Emgen River Valley north. It started as Hill 205, but all the artillery, mortar, and everything else that we threw and that they threw, it cut it down to hill 200. But I had an opportunity to take some members of Congress back over there in I think it was 69. And Major Gibney, the gentleman I mentioned a while ago, was the operation. He was a full colonel then. He was in the 8th Army. And he said, Scooter, how would you like to take those congressmen up to your hill? I said, my goodness, we'll be happy to. And we went back up there in helicopters, right on the hill that I fought in 1951. I'm happy to tell you that that is still within our sector of the DMZ. So I guess what I'm saying, my feelings, my soldiers that died there, it wasn't in vain.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to help us produce more compelling historical content like this, please like, comment below, and share this video with fellow history buffs. And of course, be sure to subscribe to help keep history happening.